Hello you guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video, first voiceover. I'm so excited, so let's get started. My name is Nina and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get this blue orange cut crease that we have going on here, this sickening look. So for today's video, I started off with the Louise base. Sometimes I use Tarte Shape Tape, but on this day, I just felt like Louise was the way to go. Then I'm going to be taking a flat brush. Any flat brush that you have will do. And you're going to be patting that base on your eyelids. Make sure you start out with a base. I prefer a bright base, especially when we're going in with colorful shadows like today. This is the way that Louise herself recommends to use her eyeshadow base. We're going to be patting that in. Then we're going to be going in with our beauty blender. On this particular day, I already had my foundation on. I didn't have on concealer, but I did have on foundation. Normally I do my eyes first, but for the sake of the video, I just wanted to have my foundation done. So make sure that that base blends in with your foundation seamlessly. For today's look, we're going to be using the Zulu palette by Juvia's. And right now we're going to be going in with the purple shade at the bottom of the palette. Don't be afraid, it's a little dark, but we're going to be popping that into the upper crease area with this tiny brush that you see here. Any tiny brush that you have will do. And we're going to begin to pop that in our upper crease area. Make sure that you're going in a swooshing up motion, if you will. We're going to be winging this look out towards our brows, and if you're a girl who likes a little bit of extra drama, then you can definitely bring this past your brow. On this day, I kept it a little more chill, but you can bring it past your brow. It's okay if it touches your brow, that's totally fine. Just get the purple on there. Then we're going to be using a flat angled brush like the one that I'm showing you here. We're just using this angled brush just to have more definition so our crease area can be more defined. We're going to pick up some more of that purple and just place it more lower in that crease. We just want to make sure that we get that pigment on there and that we're really creating that wing shape that we want for this look. Then I'm going to be taking a fluffy synthetic brush and we're going to be going in with that orange shade. You're going to want to pat this orange shade above the purple while still being on that purple. This is the part where you're going to want to give up. It's going to start to look splotchy because we're using that dark purple and then we're going in with the orange. Then I'm going to be using an even larger brush and I'm going to be using that yellow shade and that orange shade from the palette. That's going to be our transition shade. That's going to be the shade that blends up into our skin, so we have a seamless blend, no harsh lines. Then we're going to be going in with this hot pink shade at the bottom of the palette. We're going to be using the Morphe M506. I kept this footage in to make sure that you saw how tiny this brush is. It's super tiny, and I highly recommend. Then we're going to be using that hot pink shade, and we're going to be sandwiching it in between the orange shade that we put down earlier and the purple shade. This is what's going to make the look come together. This is what's going to give us a blend and make sure that there's no disconnect between the purple and the orange. So now it's going to become this beautiful sunset fade up into the yellow. So we're going to go from purple to pink to orange to yellow. I'm going to go back in with those blending brushes and make sure we have a seamless blend. This is where you just want to take your time. So we're just going to go back in with our brushes. You can go back in with a little more orange, go back in with a little more yellow, and just take your time and blend. Blend, blend, blend.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
Now I'm going back in with that definer brush just to define the crease even more before we begin to cut our crease. And with your fluffy brush, when you go in with that yellow and a little bit of that orange, you're going to want to barely touch your skin. Just lightly blend. Then I'm going to begin to cut my crease. Take your time. Do not be overwhelmed. You're going to place that P. Louise base in the middle of your lid. Then you're going to look up, as you saw I did, and that's going to ensure that that's where you want to stop. You don't want to go higher than that line that you just created when you looked up. We don't want any transfer of that P. Louise base up onto our eyeshadow that we just worked so hard on. And then after we put on that base, we're going to pop on the shimmering blue that's in the Zulu palette. Unfortunately, I did not get footage of this, but you're just going to pop it right on top. And voila.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
I'm just going to pop on my liner and lashes off camera. And that is the finished look. I used Kat Von D Lolita 2 and a Tarte lip paint, which I will list down below for you. I'll list all the products that I use down below, but that is the finished look. You can follow me at Neen Alice Marie on Instagram. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. And don't forget to subscribe and like. Bye.